Good afternoon. I'm Mr.Geoffrey from Obare High School, Mathematics Department. In our previous class, we looked at enlargement, similarity, and we did say that two figures are similar if the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal to each other. Now, today we want to talk about enlargement. What is this called? Enlargement. Enlargement we can define it as it is a kind of a transformation that changes the size of an object. It is sometimes called scaling or dilation. The image is similar to the object. And when we talk of similarity, you understand because we have mentioned it in our previous subtopic. And we have said that the image is similar to the object. So for enlargement, the image must be similar to the object. Let us look at the diagram that I have seen. Enlargement, when you look at the figure 4, the figure below shows triangle PQR, in which PQ is equals to 2 centimeters, QR is equals to 1.5 centimeters, and PR is equals to 2.5 centimeters. O is a point such that OP is equals to OQ. OP is equals to 4.1 centimeters, OQ is 2.5 centimeters, and OR is equals to 3.8 centimeters. We were saying that OP is equals to 4.1 centimeters, OQ is equals to 2.5 centimeters, and OR is 3.8 centimeters. Let us look at the triangle. Triangle P prime, Q prime, and R prime have been obtained from triangle PQR as follows: OP, OQ, and OR are produced such that OP to P prime is equals to 8.2 centimeters, O to Q prime is equals to 5 centimeters, and O to R prime is equals to 7.6 centimeters. This process of obtaining triangle P prime, Q prime, and R prime from triangle PQR is called enlargement. Triangle PQR is said to be the object, and triangle P prime, Q prime, and R prime is its image under the enlargement. The point O is called the center of the enlargement. The point O is called the center of the enlargement. Therefore, when we want to get O prime, that is the scale factor. So for us to state the enlargement, we must mention about the scale factor of the enlargement and the center of the enlargement. The question is, how do we obtain the scale factor of enlargement? Now, for us to obtain the scale factor of enlargement, then we have to get O to P prime over OP, or we can use OQ prime over OQ, which can be equals to OR prime over OR, and that is equals to 2. So, or we can say P Q, P prime, Q prime, P prime, Q prime, or PQ, which is equals to P prime R prime over PR, which is equals to Q prime R prime over QR, which is equals to 2. This ratio is called the scale factor of the enlargement. And we realize that under the enlargement, the object and its image are similar. The scale factor is referred to as the linear scale factor. The scale factor is referred to as the linear scale factor. Now, when we proceed to look at that, we look at another triangle. We may have that triangle, and we find that O, A, B, C, those are the coordinates. We have the coordinates A, B, C, and A prime, B prime, and C prime. Now, we are told to locate, we want to find the center of enlargement and the scale factor of enlargement. ABC is a triangle. A prime, B prime, and C prime is the image of triangle ABC. So we need to get the center and center of enlargement and the scale factor of enlargement. By measurement, we can say that OA is equals to 15 centimeters, OB is equals to 3 centimeters, and OC is equals to 2.9 centimeters. To get A prime, the image of A, we produce as follows. OA is equals to 1.5 centimeters, OA prime over OA is equals to 3. Is equals to 3. 3 here is the scale factor. 3 is the scale factor. Therefore, O to A prime will have to multiply 1.5 times 3, which is the scale factor. We are getting the image. We are getting the image so that we'll have 1.5 times 3 will give us 4.5 centimeters. Produce OA and measure 4.5 from O to get A prime. That is how we are going to get A prime. How do we get A prime? We produce OA, which is there in the diagram. Then we measure 4.5 from O, where O was the center of enlargement. Similarly, to obtain B prime or C prime, whereas we have to do this for B prime, we'll have to say that O B prime over OB is equals to 3. Therefore, OB is equals to 3 times OB, and OB is 3 centimeters as we are given there. So there O to B prime is equals to 9 centimeters. So we are going to measure 9 centimeters from point O to B prime, and that will be the coordinate of B prime. The coordinate of B prime, or the length of O to B prime. That will be the length from O to B prime. OC prime over OC is equals to 3. Of course, 3 here is the scale factor. And remember, the scale factor is the same throughout, because we did say that when two figures are enlarged, then they are similar figures. And in similar figures, the ratio of corresponding sides is are constant. Now when we produce OC, we were given that OC is equals to 2.9 centimeters. So 2.9 times 3 is going to give us 8.7 centimeters. Produce OB and OC to obtain B prime and C prime respectively. Note, the line joining the object points to their corresponding images point meet at a center of an enlargement. I'm repeating, the line joining the object point to their corresponding image meet at the center of enlargement. We use this factor to locate the center of, or we use this factor to locate the center of enlargement if we are given an object and its image. If we are given an object and its image, then we can use that to locate the center and the scale factor of enlargement. When we proceed, we are going to look at the triangle below. In triangle A prime B prime is the image of a triangle ABC under enlargement. Locate the center of the enlargement. Find the scale factor of the enlargement. Now, solution. To locate the center of enlargement, we move as say, join A to A prime, then also join B to B prime, join C to C prime, and produce them. The point O, where the lines meet, is the center of enlargement, as shown in the figure 7.17 below. By measurement, we can find that O to A prime over OA is equals to 2. O to B prime over O to B is equals to 2. Similarly, O to C prime over OC is equals to 2. Therefore, we can comfortably say that the scale factor of the enlargement is 2, and the center of enlargement is point O, where the lines intersect, where the lines from A prime to A to O, and from B prime to B to O, then from C prime to C to O, they intersect at a point, and that is the center of the enlargement, denoted by the letter O in the diagram shown there. Now, we can also look at the question, another example given there. We have the figure 7.18 is a triangle. We have triangle P prime, Q prime, and R prime under enlargement center O. If OQ is equals to 6 and O and Q to Q prime is equals to 4 centimeters, find the scale factor of the enlargement. If part B, if PQ is equals to 4 centimeters, calculate the length of P prime Q prime. Now, let us look at the linear scale factor. For us to get the linear scale factor first, we have to get O to Q prime. O to Q prime over O to Q is equals to, that is O to Q prime is 6 plus 4, that is 6 is from O to Q, then from Q to Q prime is 4, therefore O Q prime is equals to 10, then OQ is 6, therefore our linear scale factor here is 5/3. the linear scale factor is 5/3, which you are told to find. Part B, if PQ is equals to 4 centimeters, calculate the length of P prime Q prime. We know that P prime Q prime, P prime, we know that P prime Q prime over PQ over PQ must be equals to the linear scale factor. Must be equals to the scale factor. And we know that PQ, that is PQ, is equals to 4 centimeters. PQ is equals to 4 centimeters. So if PQ is 4 centimeters, so we'll say that P prime over Q prime, P prime Q prime over 4 is equals to 5/3. Therefore, P prime Q prime is equals to 6 and 2/3 centimeters. So you can have another example under enlargement that. So therefore, we can use the enlargement to find even the missing area. Let's look at the negative scale factor. In negative scale factor, we are going to look at the triangles PQR. Triangle PQR is a letter A. Is a letter A, image PQR. So PQR under an enlargement center. Oh, both the images are twice as large as PQR. So if the images are twice as large, then you can easily predict the scale factor which we are going to see. PQR, P prime, Q prime, R prime is the image of PQR under an enlargement center O. Therefore, the scale factor is 2. How can we describe P double prime, Q double prime, and R double prime? The image of PQR under the enlargement with the center O as the center. PQR and its image, P prime, P double prime, Q double prime, and R double prime are opposite sides of the center of enlargement. The image is inverted. When this happens, then the scale factor is said